Hello, parents. I'm Miss Popple, your McIntosh County uh, School System Family Engagement Coordinator. I'm here with Miss DeVerger today, the academic coach for McIntosh County Middle School, and we're here to talk about Achieve 3000, an innovative platform designed to help students improve their reading comprehension and critical thinking skills. I'm going to turn it over to Miss DeVerger, who is a pro at Achieve 3000 and is going to explain how it works and how you can help your child use Achieve 3000 at home.
Hi, parents. So, Achieve 3000 provides personalized reading materials tailored to your child's individual reading level and interests. Through a series of articles, activities, and quizzes, students can enhance their reading skills while expanding their knowledge on various topics across different subjects. At the beginning of each school year, the students complete a level set, which is a short assessment used to determine their current reading level. We measure their reading level by a number called the reading lexile. As your student progresses through school, their reading lexile should increase and the target reading lexile band changes. For example, a sixth grader who is reading on grade level should have a lexile level between 925 and 1070. In seventh grade, the band changes to 970 to 1120, and an eighth grader reading on grade level should have a lexile between 1010 and 1185. Achieve 3000 determines each student's Lexile level and provides articles that are on their reading level. So the articles are not too easy, they're not too difficult, they are just right for the students to read. As your student's Lexile changes, so does the difficulty of the articles. Teachers use Achieve 3000 each week in class to help students become more fluent readers. In reading or ELA, the students are assigned one article per week, and in science and social studies, they are assigned one article every other week. So students should be completing at least two articles per week. At home, you can build a daily or weekly reading routine by encouraging your child to log in regularly and complete the assigned articles, or they can choose an article of their choice. You can track their progress by having the students log in to their Achieve 3000 account, where you can monitor your child's progress through the student dashboard. So let's take a closer look at Achieve 3000. So the students will sign in by going to ClassLink on their school issued Chromebook. So ClassLink automatically opens whenever they log into the Google Chrome browser. So you can see here the Achieve 3000 icon. This is what they will click on to log in. If they're using a cell phone or a computer from home, so not a school issued Chromebook, then they will need to log into their Google or their Gmail account, like you see here. Their student login is their first dot last name at student.macintosh.k12.ga.us, and their password is that 9-digit password that was school issued. So when they log in, the first thing they're actually going to see is it's going to ask them what class they want to log in as. And so the purpose for this is if their reading teacher has assigned them an article, then they'll need to sign in to reading class in order to see that assigned article, or they'll have to go and search for the name of the article if they log into a different class. So it is best to make sure that the students are logging in to the class that they were assigned the article if they're going back to do an article that was assigned and not just something that they're choosing. So when you log in, this is the dashboard. And so I just chose a language arts class. The dashboard shows the article of the week. So the program, Achieve 3000, it chooses an article or suggests an article for them to read. When you scroll down a little bit further on the same page, this is the actual dashboard, and so you can see the lessons that they have completed. So for example, this particular student has completed about 29 articles. Their average first try score is 67%, and the total number of activities completed at 75% or higher, which is our goal. We encourage all the students to try their best, and their goal is to make a 75 or higher on their articles. And he completed 15. So when it says first try, when the students are actually doing the respond section, which are usually about 8 to 10 multiple choice questions, they get 2 attempts. So let's say they're on question number 1 and they get the answer wrong, then they're given a second chance to answer it correctly. And both of those scores are recorded in the report section for the teachers. So then we see lessons in progress. So this particular student has been assigned the Scottsboro 9 and 2 paws up for red paw. And there are some more underneath or at the bottom of this page. But I love the lessons in progress, because it shows what sections they have already completed with the green checks, and then what sections they still need to complete in order to have that assignment completed in order to get a grade. So for the Scottsboro 9, they have done the ready, which ready is what they call a before reading poll. So they're just given an opinionated question in the beginning just to kind of engage them and get them thinking about what they're going to be reading about in the article. And then they read the article, which is the read section. The respond section, like I said, is the 8 to about 10. Normally it's 8. There are a couple of articles that do have 9 or 10 questions, but mostly 8 multiple choice questions, so just gauging their comprehension. And then there is a reflect, which is that same question that they were given in the ready section, but they're just given another opportunity to go back and either continue to agree with what they chose in the first place, or now that they've read the article, they can change their mind and maybe they want to go a different direction with their answer. And then the right section is what we call a short constructed response question. And it is like a writing prompt for the student. So it might ask them to compare and contrast something. It might ask them what their opinion is. It may ask them about the author's purpose. It just totally depends on the article itself. So those are what we call the 5-step lesson: ready, read, respond, reflect, and write. When you scroll down a little bit further on that same dashboard page, you'll see recommendations. So these recommendations are not, I believe they're not articles that have been assigned by a teacher, but it's just articles that the program recommends for your student to read on their own. When you go back to the top of the page, so these are just some things that I think would be useful as a parent. At the very top of the page, you will see the 3 horizontal lines. When you click on that, this little menu will pop up. And so when you click on the My Lesson dashboard, it will take you to something similar to what we were looking at a second ago on their main dashboard when they log in. But here you have some options at the top. So it will show you class lessons, which are all of the articles that particular. So again, we were in language arts, so all of the lessons that had been assigned to the students for language arts. And it shows the name of the article. It shows that this is a 5-step lesson, so it has all of those steps that we were just looking at. It shows the next step for that student. So this particular student has not started the article at all, so he needs to start on the very first step, which is ready, that before reading poll question. It shows the date that they were assigned, and then it shows the due date. And then again, American Laundry Story was another one that was assigned. This was only an article and activity, so meaning it was just a read and then the multiple choice section. And this particular student, again, has not started. He has to start on that read, and then he can answer the questions. So if we move on and click on the next tab, which is the Not Started tab, this is great because as a parent, it shows you, well, what does my kid need to be working on at home? What are they missing? And so when you go to this Not Started, you can see, again, Fewer People Are Visiting the Woods, American Laundry Story, Attack of the Terrifying Tomatoes. So these 3 assignments, this particular student has not started at all. And they were due or are due on March 4th. The next tab, in progress, still kind of shows the same information. It shows the article that was assigned. It shows the steps that that student has completed with the green dots, and then where they need to pick up on. So he has completed the ready question and the reading section. Now he just needs to go and complete respond, reflect on that ready question, and then the writing assignment. And this particular assignment was due on November 20th, 23. So this student actually is not able to go back and make that up for a grade in the grade book because that particular grading period is over. Which, by the way, let me say, our grading period ends in another week and a half. So it's very important that the students log in and complete their assignments before the end of the 9 weeks, or they forfeit their ability to go back and make up their missed work. And then you have one more tab, and that's the completed section. So if you just want to know, well, how is my child doing on their articles or on their reading, you can go to the completed section, and it will show the articles again that your child has completed, what type of lesson it was. So these were all the 5-step lessons. This particular student made 75% for the first try, 75% for the second try. So his overall score was a 75 for this particular activity. Again, to artist in profile, it was completed on 11/17, first try, second try, and then overall score. And then you can go and review it by clicking the review button, so you can click to see what your student answered while they were working in that program or on that article.
Okay, Ms. DeVerger, so this is a great program to continue working on their reading skills at home if the assignment's not finished in class, because clearly our teachers give them time to work on this in class. But if it's not finished in class, they are able to work on it at home. It doesn't time out. And if our students are home sick or missing school for the day, they automatically know they can at least log into Achieve 3000 and complete their articles for the week, correct?
Yes.
So it helps keep our kids on track while developing their reading skills continuously.
Absolutely. And this program is really awesome for increasing their reading Lexile levels. On average, we've seen a 40 to a 60 point Lexile increase since the beginning of the year. So this program is truly effective in increasing your students' reading level.
Now, the other question, and this is something we've talked about, are the questions similar or the responses similar to how they're expected to respond on the Georgia Milestone?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So for Georgia Milestone, for the reading or ELA tests, they are given passages to read. There are multiple choice questions that they have to answer based on the passage. And even on the Georgia Milestone, there is a constructive response or a writing, an essay section. So they have to do all of these activities, whether it's reading, answering questions for comprehension, writing out a short answer, or even a long answer for essay. This program does nothing but help give them practice and get them ready, prepped up for that Georgia Milestone assessment at the end of the year.
And so when they're assigned, the goal is ultimately to increase their reading comprehension and their reading abilities and increasing that Lexile score. But when they are assigned articles from science and social studies, it's also focused, those articles are focused on those skills as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So even in the science and social studies classes, when they're assigned Achieve, it's still the same process. Nothing is different, but just the science and social studies teachers are able to choose articles that go with their content that help support the standards that they're teaching, as well as increasing their reading capabilities.
So the goal would be for our parents to check in on what their kids are doing on Achieve if they have missing assignments, so that they can complete that, and encouraging them to take their time and utilizing Achieve to its full capability, correct?
Yes.
All right. Well, I appreciate you so much for taking your time to go over this information with us so that our parents can know how to help their kids at home using Achieve. I think it's a vital program that is benefiting our students, and I highly encourage our parents to take a look at it. Take a look at what your students doing on Achieve. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to myself or Miss DeVerger via email or telephone call, and we will be more than happy to help you navigate Achieve.
I hope you found this video on Achieve 3000 to be helpful. Thank you for supporting your child's education through this wonderful resource. Again, if you have any additional questions about the program, please feel free to contact me, Amanda DeVerger, at 912-437-8876 or email adeverger@macintosh.k12.ga.us. Thanks for all you do.